Hello Flosstube, this is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner, and I am here with an update. I have got Gracie with me, so I'm going to do an update on her. She's in a new little dress. She got a vaccine, a rabies vaccine, and a couple other shots. She's wanting this. She got it on Thursday, and it became irritated, and so the vet said she needed to wear a little shirt or something, so she couldn't reach it because she was biting and scratching. And so I found this at the pet store, and it's just so cute. So we got it yesterday, and she doesn't love it, but I do. And isn't she so cute? Gracie, look. Look, okay, see? Look over here. Look at the camera. Isn't she so cute? She's 17 weeks old now. She was born June 26th, so she's just over 2 months old. She's doing really good. She's very smart. She does the stairs. She knows how to sit. And she's just doing really good, except for going potty. But this week has been better than the week before that when she didn't go at all in the potty. So this week she has been mainly successful. So Mommy's so proud of you. But she is waiting to be let go, to eat her treat, and it's also her crazy time where she gets a little wild. So, I'm going to put her down, but I just thought I would let you guys see her. She is now, just over 5 pounds. So she has more than doubled her weight, almost tripled. So, say bye-bye, Gracie. Bye-bye, Gracie. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Go be wild. So she will work on that for a while. So that's why I gave it to her now. I only really give it to her when I tried to film this last week. And, so I gave her it that time. But my husband came home like 3 minutes after I started. So I just stopped. And, now I'm trying it again. But that will keep her occupied like the whole time so that I can film this. So let's see. I have a lot to update you guys on a lot of different things. I've got my planner updated, so I was going to show you guys my spreads. I have a few books and magazines I received in the mail. So I thought I would show you guys that, and if you're interested in a flip through, I might do a flip through. I've of course got knitting and crochet and cross stitch, and I have a finish. So got a lot going on, and my squeaky chair is squeaking like always, so excuse that. And I'm just gonna take a sip of flavored water. I'm doing a cherry pomegranate sugar-free water thing, so I'd say it's really good, but the packet is intended for 16 ounces, and this is a 24-ounce bottle, so it's a little watered down, but it's still good. So, I'm going to start out with, I've got a new start too. I'm going to start out with my finish, then I will show my whips, and then some future cross-stitch plans before I transition into my other hobbies. So if you're only here for the cross-stitch, I'll put that all in the beginning. And if I ever remember to, I will try to timestamp the various crafts. So, without further ado, my finish is the 2012 Prairie Schooler Santa. That's for my husband. So, still have to get a table for my craft room so I can bring my sewing machine out of storage so I can finish this, but I am hoping that that will be sometime in the near future, that can be done. And yeah, or I might have to take over the dining room. But anyways, so that's finished. I haven't yet started the next one for him, but I need to so that I can actually finish this one by Christmas. So I'll be doing the 2013 Prairie Schooler Santa. And, yep. And then he'll have 3 of them. I don't have a table here, so there's going to be a lot of bending up and down as I pick things up. So I apologize for that in advance. Again, I hope it's something that will be rectified in the near future. I have been working on Portrait of Veronica from Mirabilia. That's what she looks like. I've almost finished the black on from here, this side. I've got this one to do, but I'm thinking I might actually change to some of the green because I'm a little bit worried about counting errors. So my original plan was to stitch all the black, but I just don't want to risk counting and ending up off. So I am working on this for one of my challenges on Stitchy Quest, and I need to do about another 100 stitches. So I have to decide like now if I'm gonna continue in the black or switch to one of the greens. So here is where she is at. And that's how big the fabric is. So her dress is quite huge. I'm not in love with this fabric. If I were to do it again, I would have picked something else. It's a 30 count silver. I don't know what the fabric is called anymore, but it's from Germany. And I got it like, I don't even know, maybe 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. But anyways, it's a little thinner than I prefer. But like people were raving at it about the time I got it, so I've been trying to use it. I was using another cut of the same fabric for Black Work Journeys, the stitching, Save the Stitches. But that one, it's just, I'm ripping that one out because it's just not working for that pattern. So I might redo it on some coffee tea dyed fabric. That's something else. My mind is apparently pretty scatterbrained today. So, there's that. I've put in a lot of work into Lantern Lane by Little House Needleworks. I really love this one. Unfortunately, I ran out of the red. It didn't tell me to order more than one skein. So I only ordered one, and unfortunately you can really tell the dye lot differences. So here's where we're at, and down here is where it changed. And in my head, I'm just writing it off as that this is the older foundation, and so it's aged more. So I did till about the same place on both of them in the old red. And this one, there's just a little bit more pink, and I don't know. So I still love it, and I can't wait to finish it. And this red is a crazy monster. I'll be working on this some more for my Stitchy Quest. I have to work on a door for one part, so I'll be working on the door right here. But that's where that is at for right now. I had one new start, and that is on Visit Mordor. So it's like a welcome to, like a visit kind of poster, but it's for Mordor. So I love that fact because it's just like contradictory. So I've not put in a lot, but here is some purple across the top. And this is part of a series where there's a lot of different welcome tos. And so that's actually the next thing that I wanted to, that was the last whip, cross stitch whip I've worked on since my last video. And so I spent like, I don't know, 3 or 4 evenings kind of kitting up 8 or 9 of these. I have fabric for 8, but I pooled thread for 9. So I wanted to show you guys that. There are 2 more that I still need to get from the store. I mean, they're like $3.60 each, so it's not a big deal. And one is Welcome to Hogsmeade, like from Harry Potter. And the other one is Welcome to Helm's Deep. So I still need to buy both of those. And then I need to figure out fabric for 3 more, as I want them all to be kind of on the same fabric, but it's full coverage, so as long as it's the same count. But this is as big as they all are. So I think they'll be easy to frame, put together. I mean, I could even make this as like a geeky type of quilt with each of these as quilt blocks, if that's what I decide to do. I haven't decided. Or like a wall hanging, I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but so I have fabric for 8 of these cut out. I only gridded the one, but it took me 1 30-minute lunch break to grid the entire project. It is 128 by 176. So the only other one I have here is Welcome to Erebor. That's from like The Hobbit. And so that's the only one I have printed out. The pattern is only 4 pages, so for full coverage, it's not bad at all. If you, and there's a lot of block stitching, so I highly recommend it. But I thought I would show you my kitting, as you can get some idea about the colors. So what I do is I pull, I use these, well, these are Bucilla. I've also got Loren here, project cards, and I write down the symbol and then the DMC number, and I pull 1 length from my master set for each of them, and I put it on here, and then I braid it. This is actually the first time I've done the braiding, but I don't know when I'll be starting all these, so I just didn't want them to get tangled too much. So I don't know if I'll be able to pull like 1 thread while leaving it braided. We'll see. But, okay, so this one is called I Want to Believe. And it's actually an alien one. And it's like got a spaceship in the sky. And it's like, I want to believe that aliens are real or whatever. But, so it's not so much a welcome to as the other ones are. But that's I Want to Believe. This one is for the Welcome to Erebor, so the one I showed you. This is Welcome to Rivendell, so you've got more pastels with some greens. This is Visit the Shire. So some are Welcome to and some are Visit. So this is Visit the Shire. It's nice and bright colors. This is Visit Isengard. And one of my friends, Wendy, has finished this one and it looks really good. So I can't wait to work on that one. Welcome to Rohan. This one is Visit Tara or Tara. That's from Gone with the Wind, and I love the colors in this one. The sky is this beautiful, like, purple sunset type of situation, and this one's really pretty. They had 2 or 3 different Visit ones, so actually there are a handful more that besides the 2 I already mentioned that I want to get. Like, there's, like, Welcome to 12 Oaks, and a couple different Tara ones. But I didn't get those yet, so. And this one is Welcome to Winterfell from Game of Thrones. So. that is, I spent a good long evening doing this. And then if you're familiar with my channel and have been following along, you know that I work from a master set at DMC, so I don't individually kit each project. This is about as far as it goes. So, so I have several more ready to go, waiting for when I need some new starts. I'm pretty sure that concludes the cross stitch portion in terms of showing things. I do have a couple magazines that I'll show in a little bit, but that is the whips and new starts and finishes section. So if that's all you're here for, it was lovely to visit, and I will talk to you guys later. But if you want to continue, I have quite a few yarn type projects. So the first one I will show you is my socks. And I am honestly super impressed with myself here. So the last time I showed you guys, I was over here where this marker is, so I'll be able to move that. I now have 4 more rows to go for the heel flap, and then I will do the heel turn and then be able to start working the sock and be able to finish the sock. So I'm hoping maybe to finish the sock this week. But I am so, guys, I am seriously so impressed with myself and how good this is looking. I mean, I'm a newbie knitter, guys, and I'm just so happy with this, and it's so pretty. And honestly, I would kind of love a sweater in this yarn, but that would be hecka expensive. But I was talking to a coworker about it, and I was like, I really want a sweater in this colorway. So, yeah. I'm guessing it would probably be around $200, so I've not jumped off the deep end, guys. I haven't gone that far yet. Let me show you. I'm going to need to remember to move my progress trackers after the video. My Emiliana, what do you call yourself? I wish they all did like a little footnote with the pattern name on it. That would be so much easier. Emiliana shawl. So this one is a 2-color, and then it involves mosaic. So here is the 2 colors. This is the one I'm working with right now. This will be the 2nd color. The yarn is from my favorite indie dyer, Bluebird yarn. They dye in Canada, so, and this colorway is called Autumn at Longbourn, and it was sold as a set. So, Autumn at Longbourn, and I'm working on that. And over here is where I was at last video. And here is, here is where I am at now. So I've made some good progress. It's a 6-row repeat until I have about 154 stitches on here, which means it'll take a while. And each 6-row repeat is starting to take longer. So before I was able to do like a repeat or 2 during lunch break, and now I just don't take it because I don't want to forget which which part line I'm on. So I think I am at almost 60 stitches. So I've got a ways to go. But I'm really happy with it. Unfortunately, back all the way over at the beginning, I was doing my slip knit in the wrong direction. I slipped purl-wise instead of knit-wise. And so it's changed the slant of it over here a little bit. And I've since corrected. But I'm not going to rip it all the way back to fix that because I rip way too many things out. And it's not worth it right now to me. I'm hoping I'll be able to block that straight. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm hoping to. And that is what it just is what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and move this progress keeper while I'm thinking about it. So I will remember that I was over here when I last talked to you guys. So that is going away for now. I'm pretty sure I talked about my husband's socks, but I might not have. He picked this like pinkish color yarn. I let him pick from my stash, and this is what he picked. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I wish he would have picked something else. But this is what he picked. It's Pride and Prejudice colorway from Bluebird Yarn. It's from their literary yarn club, and they're on a pause for that yarn club right now. So, no new colors. But I did message them on Instagram to see if they would be doing that club again, and they will be. So, later in the year. So, this is my very meager start. I'm working on the cuff. Do I have the pattern? Yeah, I do have the pattern here. Okay, so he picked this sock. I let him pick the sock pattern too. And he picked this one called Husband's Favorite. But so it's got a really short cuff. So he's asked me to like basically double the length of the cuff. So I'll be doing, I think, 20 rows of the cuff. And before starting on the leg pattern. And, yep, that's what he wanted. So I should have more done, but I've been focusing on my sock because I'd really like to get it done. And then also, I was only really working on this while waiting for him to be ready for bed because I finish getting ready for bed like way faster than him. And so, but then I stopped doing that just to work on mine. And, yeah, so that's where that's at. Because the weather started to get colder, and there's like a couple mosquitoes in the house, and they find my feet. So I really started to want my socks because my feet are vulnerable. So that's what happened there. I did attempt to start another pair of socks, and this is that still showing? Yeah. Okay, so this is called, stop it, the Regia Perfect design line, and it's a German yarn, but the designer of this they're called Arne and Carlos, and they're from Norway. And they have a knitting podcast that I've super gotten into because they're just so talented. And then they also share like information about the Norwegian culture. Like they had an advent the last few years for Christmas. So each week on Sunday, they would put a new video up and they'd show like a different aspect of the Norwegian Christmas. And yeah, so I've been like binge watching that. Oh, here they are. That's Arne and Carlos and their dog. And so with this yarn, it's really interesting because it comes with this like long yellow strand, and you pull that out till you get to the green, and that's where you start. So then you knit the cuff until the green ends, and then you just start knitting in the round until the green shows up again. And that's when you do the heel. So they do the German short row heel. And then once you've completed that, you start going again until you get to the green again. And that's when you start your toe. So they have directions that show all that. They also have a video on YouTube that explains it all. But so I got this because I was looking for some Christmas yarn. And they call this garden, but it's really Christmassy looking. And it's pretty brainless. But they, in their tutorial, recommend doing it with double pointed needles. And so this is all I did. This is all I did before I discovered that double pointed needles really just doesn't work for me, like at all. So I'm thinking of actually trying this instead on the magic loop method. But I don't actually think I have any needles in the size I need with a long cable. And my sock needles are currently taken up. But I have been wanting to try socks with the magic loop. But so I'm probably going to need to order a pair of needles to do magic loop off Amazon. Because, yeah, this double pointed, it's just, I've done 2 rounds of it and it's just, it's not for me. These needles keep poking me and it's just like, I mean, it's just not for me. So, which is fine. Like, everyone's got their own methods. But, okay, so even here, you can see the other color started to poke out. But, so, with this yarn, it should create 2 perfectly matching pairs of socks, which is kind of really cool. And, I'm excited about that. And this was, like, $15 maybe, which for sock yarn is pretty good. The hand-dyed ones I've been using are like 25 to 30 pretty much, including shipping. Oh, you came away from your pair. Okay, so this is a project that I didn't actually work on since my last video. However, I didn't show it to you in the last video and I had started it. So this is a free pattern called Nora's Vintage Afghan, and it's in 5 different colors. And I decided to try this in Caron Simply Soft because I had some on hand and it's relatively cheap and easy to get, and because it calls for so much yarn, I just didn't want to have to buy a lot, and that's really expensive and stuff. So I was trying to economize, and to be honest, I am not convinced about my color decisions, which is why I haven't really gone past the little bit I've done. But this is for an online knit along where you do 1 block a month in this group that I'm in, and it's called Purl Together. And so I chose these 5 colors, and I was thinking like a fall blanket, and I didn't have all my Caron Simply Soft pulled out of storage, so these were just ones I did have. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, because again, I'm not fully convinced, but I do think it's kind of an autumn type colorway. And I don't actually have any autumn Afghans on the go, so did I pull my whole whip out? No, it didn't. But I just lost a loop. No, get back on the needle. well, I'm not entirely sure I know what's going on here. Are you meant to be over here, or is the last stitch just slipped? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to put it over here for now, and then I'll look at the pattern and figure it out. Because possibly, like, a stitch came pulled. But, so, here's where I'm at. Just a few rows of garter stitch. I don't know if that's the right way or that's the wrong way. Again, I have not touched this in quite some time because I wasn't convinced about the colorways, but now I'm liking it again. So I do not know, to tell you the truth. I don't know what to do. So if you've got any opinions, leave them in the comments. I am helplessly behind on this knit along, but I don't know. I like the idea. I liked how it looked. I might just eventually cough up for the nicer yarn. I just don't know. Probably not, but I don't know. So anyways, look at this cute bag I have it in. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's llamas. Gracie's just giving me a look like, what are you up to, weirdo? Okay, look at this bag. Isn't it so cute? And this is for a new start since I talked to you guys last. And that is on this mystery knit along that I am now officially behind on because it ended and I'm still on the first part. But it's the Starflake MCal. And this one has had a lot of firsts for me. So first I'll show you my two colors. So you had to have two colors. And these are the two I chose. It is Ink and Spice. It's a luxury, I guess, yarn. What are you? 45% extra fine merino, baby alpaca, and mulberry silk. I got this at the local local yarn store, which their selection was so bad. I probably will never go there again because there just wasn't a selection, which is how I ended up with these colors, which I do think will be really beautiful together. I just would have liked the ability to actually kind of like choose and not just resort to the one option that looked decent. So there is another yarn store that is in Sacramento. I was at the one in Roseville. So it's further out and the hours are not as convenient for me, but not soon, but eventually I will go there. So I do think these will be beautiful, but again, I just would have liked to have chosen. I do have my yarn in this cup, and it's just like these balls fit like perfectly in here. So I am actually really happy about that. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale, so I think I paid like $3 for it. So yeah. Okay, that one's mulberry. Where's the tag with this one? And I think this one is called Natural, but it's more gray to me than natural. Oh, the other thing with this yarn is like, I just feel like there's a lot of like little hair things. Oh no. That are showing, that they don't show when they're close up, but when you're knitting, you like come across them. But anyways, let me show you this whip. Let me get it untangled. So it started out with a parallelogram. Okay, first I had to do an I cord. That was the first time doing that. Then I had to do this parallelogram, first time doing that. And also I had to pick up stitches, first time doing that, so a lot of firsts for me on this project. This parallelogram is not perfect, and I know that. Like, I'm hoping some blocking will help it, but maybe not. But mainly I'm just proud of the fact that I did it. And I'm just going to keep carrying on. So I have started the second parallelogram. There are 6 of them, so it's every other color. And then you, oh my gosh, she finished that whole snack. Gracie, no. No, sweetie. She was going towards the electric cord, the plug, the wall plug. So I would prefer she did not lick that. And I would prefer you do not get into my yarn. Thanks. So yeah, so that's what I've done. I need to put in a lot of work, but I know what it looks like finished. And there were some moments where I was kind of really iffy about it, but it looks, I think at the end, it looks really good. And like in the second part, there's this choice between garter and brioche stitch. Sweetie, go play with your toys. Mommy brought them in for you. Come here. Go look at your sticky. And I thought I was going to do garter stitch because with part 3, I didn't think the brioche looked as good. But then with part 4, the final part, I think it looked much better with the brioche. So I'm going to try to learn how to do that once I get there. But in part, I didn't continue because I just wanted to know what it looked like before I put a lot more of my time and energy into it. And also, I've been trying to work on my socks. So, oh, hang on, guys. I got to deal with her. Gracie, come here. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Come here. What are you doing? See, what are you doing, guys? Are you guys cross-stitching right now? Are you doing that thing that takes Mom away from me? Okay, hang on, guys. Here, play with this. Play with this. Play with this. Bless you. Okay, so that was the Starflake MCal. Need to put more work into it. And so I have one more whip to show you guys. And that is the crochet along that we are doing over at Stitchy Quest. It's the Liliana. I'm supposed to have part 3 done this weekend, but this is it through part 2. So, here's where I'm at. And I've had, a couple more color changes. And, here's where my first yarn cake is. So, I'm hoping to get into that lovely aqua, blue, turquoise, whatever color soon. She went to go drink some water. But yeah. So, the next couple of days, I'll put a lot more focus into this so that I can stay caught up. Okay, next I wanted to show you guys my planner because I did spend a weekend just putting a lot of time into it, so I thought I would show you guys my spreads. First I went through and I put the monthly spreads in for the next 3 months. Did I show you guys September? I did put in September, but there's just not a lot here because I did it like the last week. So that's September. Hi there, sweetie. This is October. I need to finish filling out like goals and stuff for November. Insert my bills, and then also my husband gave me a bunch more dates to remember for go play with your toys. To remember for doctor's appointments that he has, so I need to enter those. Feel like Thanksgiving. Hey, no. She's starting to eat my cross stitch. No. Go play with your squirrel. You guys should see her. One of her little legs is out of her dress. It's just, she looks like a complete little ragamuffin. Like, it's adorable. Come here. Come here. Gracie, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, she's being stubborn. And so this is December. So, might have shown you guys this, but I don't know. Then I did all of the weeklies for October. I need to do them now for November. So I have to do that sometime this week. But so here is the first week, and I fill these out as I go. Here is the second week, Scooby-Doo. Here is the third week, and I got this goals little thing here, so I put that there. Obviously I was not successful, but I like the idea of it. So the next week, sadly, I just didn't even use it, which makes me sad because I loved this spread. It was the weekend of the readathon, and I was just so busy with work and then with getting things ready for the readathon and things with Gracie, and that I just didn't use this spread. And so this is the current week's, and it's the last one I have ready, and it's for Halloween week. And I just love how bright this is. So, tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably go through the kits I have and pull the things for my November weeks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 kits to pull. And that is my planner update and goal. The next thing I have to show you here is this new Harry Potter is out, the illustrated by Jim Kay. And so in case you guys didn't know that this was out, I got this at Barnes & Noble. And I love it. Unfortunately, I had just finished reading this one like the week before I realized it was out. So that kind of sucks, but I'm happy to own it now. And there's some really fantastic illustrations in here, like in all of Jim Kay's illustrated versions. So highly recommend it if you love the Harry Potter books. Look at this one of Draco in the woods at the game. But yeah, so I have this, and I wanted to show you guys that. So I'll put this away for now. I talked about Arne and Carlos and their podcast and that yarn that I got. Well, they do these things called, apparently in Scandinavia, they do like knit Christmas balls or like ornaments. And so I watched a video on them doing it and I loved how they looked. So I bought their book and it's 55 Christmas balls to knit. So here's, well, no, that's just showing them. There's a couple of them. Here's some more. And like you can decorate trees or your house with them. Here's some right there. Here's ones with just like plain knitting and fuzzy type of yarn. Here's some more of them. And so I just love how they look. And so I need to get some red and white and green. They're mainly red and white, but there is some green. And so then it shows you like how to stuff them, how to create a hook and all that type of thing. So I would like to kind of maybe do one a day up until Christmas or something like that. And sometime, maybe not this year, but maybe next, I would love to, I'd love to get a small Christmas tree and just decorate it with handmade things. So knit, or crocheted or cross-stitch ornaments and just have it like maybe in the craft room in the corner or something like that. So I'd really love to do that. And to go with that, well, I don't know where I put it, but I found these little miniature stockings, just like miniature size for ornaments, and I'd love to do some of those as well to add to the tree. I was at Michael's. Oh, sorry. And all the Happy Planner stuff. Oops. Stop it. Was 30% off. And so I got some. So this week's goals. And there's 40 in here, so almost a year's worth. These are household stickers. So I love that. This is some winter stickers. And these are some Christmas stickers. And then finally, there's this extension for the Happy Planner, and it's a Christmas one. And so it's got like holiday menu planning, party planning, cookie exchange, Christmas card list, favorite memories, notes, some stickers. I don't know how many of these pages I'll use, but I wanted to at least look at it and see, and since it was on sale, I decided to try it. I've seen some planners use it, some Happy Planners use it in the past, so I just thought I would take a look at it. Then while I was at Barnes & Noble, I found this Lord of the Rings journal. So I've decided to put my Stitchy Quest quests in here. And apparently there's another one that I didn't see that I might put the book, our reading challenges in. So I have to actually go back to Barnes & Noble. But okay, so I wanted to show you how awesome this journal is. So that's what it looks like. That's the Lonely Mountain. In the back over here is a bit of a map with Mordor. And in the front is another bit of map. There's nothing on the actual pages. However, in this back section, there was a few more goodies tucked. The serif alphabet is in here. So, like that. And then what I almost threw away, but luckily I noticed it just before I threw it away, is the band that was around the journal. So it came with the band wrapped around, however it was wrapped around. I think, yeah, this tucks in like this. Here, I will just do it. So basically it comes with it like this. What I didn't notice until almost the last moment is that it's got a timeline on it. Isn't that so awesome? So I love that, especially considering my group and doing the Lord of the Rings thing. So yeah, I still need to go through and write all the quests in. We're just at a super busy time right now, so I will do that hopefully in this next week or so. The whole reason actually that I had stopped at Barnes & Noble was to see if they had the Halloween edition of Just Cross Stitch. Unfortunately, they didn't, so that sucked. But I did pick up this World of Cross Stitching magazine, Britain's World of Cross Stitching. So if anyone wants me to do a flip through of this, I would be more than happy to. I'll do it in a separate video. But there look to be some really cute designs in here, including like these little Halloween pumpkins. That's so cute. And just some cute, really cute designs. Look at this little fairy cottage. So yeah, and then I have a sister who like loves Catherine of Aragon. So when I saw this King Henry VIII, I like knew I had to get it. So yeah. And it also came with this accessory case in the package with it. So I haven't used it yet, but it looks really awesome to just put some of your accessories in it. And oh my gosh, both her paws are out of her dress now, and but the dress is around her torso. Come here, Gracie. See, both of her paws are out. So now I've got to tuck her back in because I really can't let her get to that spot. Actually, let me see if I can show you guys this owie over here. So yeah, she's been biting and itching it. And so I've got to keep it covered with the dress so she can't get at it. But she keeps stepping out, so so get yourself back in. There we go. There we go, sweetheart. What did you do to it? I think she got it off of her and was like chewing at it today while mommy was at work. Okay, so that was what I got that day at Barnes & Noble. I am subscribed, however, to Just Cross Stitch, which, I mean, it sucks that the Halloween issue doesn't come with that, or that you can't like subscribe and pay a little bit more to get the Halloween issue automatically sent to you. But so I do have 2 issues here. This is the, which month are you? October. Oh, it's displayed until October 28th. So I've got this one. And here are the projects in it. If you guys want me to do a flip through, let me know. I think 1 month wasn't delivered to me, but it's hard to tell because my box with my magazines in them are still in storage. So, and then I also have the ornament issue, which I can also do a flip through. I basically love every single ornament in here, and like there is a part of me that wants to stitch every single one of these, like start one a day, and I might do it. I haven't decided yet. Wait, how many are in here? Oh, there's 70, which means I would need to start doing this. Okay, I need to think about this tonight. Am I that crazy? Guys, answer in the comments below, but you probably do think I'm that crazy. So, I'm trying to decide if I should deliver on that craziness. Let me know. Let me know what you think. But these designs are so cute. I'm trying to find that, like, page in each section that shows what's in that section. Okay. So, like, look at those. They're so cute. And some of these would be so simple to do. Some would obviously have to be carried over. But I'm thinking just like put them in a bag and like keep all of them in the bag. Here's another section. Let's see. Here is this one. Just so cute. Those are all snowmen or have to do with snow. What are you doing? These are almost like miniatures, I feel. I need to look better, but like, I mean, look at how tiny that one looks. And then also like that little Noelle. Naturally, this has an advertisement in the middle, but look at those. That little one over there. I mean, I seriously love all of them, which is why I want a tree to decorate with my like stitch and knit and all that stuff. Just 2 more sections. Since I started, I might as well finish it. I love this one on black over here. That's so dramatic looking. And then these ones are all so beautiful. So yeah, I'm so tempted to just do them all. I would need to go through it and assemble a to buy list. Okay, here's the last section. I love this Hardanger one. Also this one. They're so cute. Yeah, so I love them all. I want to do them all. I know that's not reasonable, but I really want to. So I don't know. You guys tell me. And that is all. That is all I have to update you guys on. I've been doing a lot of reading, and I'm still very far behind being able to reach my goal for this year, but I am going to try to do my best. And my husband's birthday's in November, and he has a lot of doctor's appointments. And oh yeah, that's the other thing, is my brother-in-law in the Navy. He is being moved to now Washington State. They've been down in the Fresno area. My sister is staying in Fresno to continue working on her degree because my brother is going to be deployed almost immediately, I think in the very beginning of next year. And so they move him up November 8th, so the Friday after this one, which it's so hard, guys. My brother-in-law is amazing. I just love him so much. And then also knowing that my sister will soon be going all the way up there is just really hard. Even though I know that's all part of the Navy life and military life, it's just is really hard to know that, I already have a sister in Germany, and now one's going to Washington. It really sucks. So on the 8th, they will be driving through here on their way up and asked if I would take a late lunch. So I still have to request it. Actually, I need to put that request in tomorrow. I'm taking a half day to go to lunch with them, and then I may be emotional, so I'm just taking the rest of that day off. And then later in the month, my husband has a birthday, and then he's got a pretty serious medical appointment, so I'm taking another half day off for that. And normally I host Thanksgiving, but my sister is meeting her husband in Portland, and they'll be celebrating there. And so I think my husband and I are just going to have a low-key holiday season. His son and his family are going to Disneyland for Christmas, but we're still trying to save my time off for a late honeymoon in South Africa. And so to take 3 days off of work would put us like 2 months behind on our timeline to go there to recoup those days. And then my sister, it's just hard when Christmas is like a middle of the week day. They'll be having Christmas down in Fresno, so I don't know if we're going to try to go there for a day or if we just stay here. We haven't decided. But so yeah, it might just be a low-key Christmas, just me, my husband, and Gracie. But, yep, that is the life updates. And, low-key, don't get me wrong, low-key would be nice because our life has been so hectic and it feels like we haven't really had a break. But, like, Thanksgiving's always been the holiday I've hosted, and I didn't get to last year, so, like, I'm kind of bummed about that. But low-key would be nice as well. So, we will see what happens. And, that's about it. I'm going to try to get a lot done because I haven't really had a chance to do a lot of my stitching. But for now, I should probably go put some dinner on because it's late. And we have been doing home chef meals, and they're really actually quite delicious, and I think reasonably priced for, like, considering we used to actually eat out instead of eating at home. And so I think if you've ever thought about trying it, I'd highly recommend it, actually. We have a delivery coming tomorrow with our meals for this week. You're able to skip weeks, which I've skipped the past, 2 weeks, I think. And then I have one for this week, and then I think I skipped another week. But there are some really good meals, so they're in there. It's nice to have everything contained in a little package with everything for that meal. So I'm going to, I think, go do a a pasta casserole real quick, try to whip that up and put it in the oven, and yep, that's it. So I will talk to you guys later, and have a great rest of your stitching week. Bye.